Well, hey, everybody. That camera wasn't on the right place. How are you? Welcome to the after party. I think Renato is still chasing the cricket. And so I just wanted to get on here because I was like, you know what? I have a feeling he might be a second. Let me just make a quick adjustment here. And so I was like, let me just get over here and say hi to everybody. So thank you so much for joining us. Um, Okay, so Hinach will be here in a second, and we will get the after party going. We just had a really great conversation with Khalil Roundtree over on Tuesday Night Festivities, and so he was talking all about his upcoming fight. He's fighting next Saturday, talked all about that. Also talked about his clothing line, what's going on with that. Talked about his experience training with Anderson Silva way back in the day. That's actually how I first met him, was with Anderson at Black House, and he also used to train with Leona Machida a lot. So we were talking about that, and he was talking a lot about how much he trained with Anderson before his Gokhan Saki fight and all this kind of stuff. So it's very interesting. It is right now, it is over on my Instagram page. You can see it over there in my feed. And tomorrow I will put it up here on YouTube as well. So you can see it there. And it is also on the Festivities website, which is festivities.com. And that's where you can see all of our shows. We have all of the Tuesday Night Festivities and all of the after parties over there. And I also have my interviews and stuff. So I have an interview. Well, first I should just say, so go to festivities.com, catch up on all of our stuff if you've missed any of these in the past. We've had some really, really great guests. This is episode 26 that we did tonight. We've had some really great guests. So it is well worth going over and checking out. And also, I was going to say, I have interviews over there as well. And last week, I guess it was last week, I spoke to Gegard before his fight. We know that he was successful with his defense against Austin Vanderford. And so we talked a lot about who he maybe wanted to fight next, and just different things that were going through his mind about his reign as champ over there, and all of that. So that interview is well worth checking out. It's about a half hour long. Gegard and I are good buddies, and we always kind of yap for a while. And so that's over on that's on festivities.com or here on YouTube as well. And if you are here, you should hit subscribe. I just was going to listen to a message. I realized I should have listened to this before, from Rashad. I asked him to come on the show tonight. I don't know if he can, because I think that would be fun, right? All right, I'll have to listen to this off camera. Anyway, let me see if there's some questions here. We are going to talk about UFC 272, about Colby and Jorge fighting, and also we'll talk about Rafael dos Anjos, him taking that Renato Moicano fight. It's an interesting thing that just went down with that. Islam Makhachev also kind of put his name in there, which would have been really wild. But so let me just, I just want to make sure that I did everything right here. Yes, okay, I got this right. Okay, so okay, yes, Hanach will be here in a second. Okay, yes, it's late night. Where the cheeks are under me right now. I'm not gonna did I put a jump rope picture? Might see them in the reflection of my picture that I shared the other day. Perhaps. So Rashad and Usman saying you happy birthday on Saturday, Blaze. How did that happen? How did that happen? Was that in do you know them, or was that a cameo or something? Listen, Tim Klingbeil, if you're the same person that commented on this, Rashad and I do not make a good couple. His wife and the mother of his latest child would be the ones to disagree, as would I and Rashad. He is one of my bestest friends in the whole business. But he just had a baby a year ago with his beloved. So I'm not trying to hear that. We are great friends. We hang out. People say, it's tough. I'm not going to lie. It's tough sometimes being a woman in the biz, because it's a very easy assumption that people make, right? That you are dating the people you work with, or you do whatever with the people that you work with, even if you don't do that with the people that you work with. And so whenever I take a picture sometimes where it's not on set or something. I'm like, oh, here they come. They're all going to make stuff up now. But I guess it's funny. I guess it's better to have people making stuff up about you, thinking it's viable or something like that. I guess it's just kind of fun to speculate. We are going to get into some celebrity couple stuff on the show about Aquaman and everything. Okay, so listen, I swear, if he is still trying to kill, I don't know if you heard him at the end, there was a cricket that was buzzing around, not buzzing. Okay, here he is. Did you get the cricket?
I haven't. I found the location, but unfortunately, he's burrowed into the wall. So I was sprinkle some poison for her into there. Hopefully, God willing, my God is on the side of man and not cricket for her.
Okay, well, I'm sorry about that. No, I was trying to listen to a message from Hashaj to see if he could come on tonight or not.
Was he speaking a whole lot of extra, speaking like Yoda or like Timothy Leary?
Exactly. No, he's saying that was in a bunch of traffic, that there was like a big accident. He's been sitting in car accident traffic for like 3 hours, which I've seen that before in Florida, where there's like one thing happens and then you're just sitting there forever. So
meanwhile, he's not even in traffic. He's in his house, but he's on acid and he think it's fucking traffic. Well, hold on.
Exactly. Well, I'll send him a message and I'll just be like, hey, look, we're live now. If you want to come, you can come. And I was telling them that I also sent an invite to our buddy Max Payne Griff.
Maybe it can be exciting, like he's in traffic and we're gonna monitor the situation.
Yeah. I want to join for Traffic Cam 95.
Yeah. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing else more exciting going on in the world than his traffic jam.
Daedalus. I'm no Richard Attenborough, but Daedalus is saying crickets don't burrow. Yeah.
Whatever, the fucking guy he treat into the wall. He treated there, and I'm sprinkled with poison, caralho. With a thing that looked like an old Chinese perfume thing for women or whatever.
Oh, with the puffball and the.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for this piece of shit. I'm armed to the gill.
Oh my God. It's called an atomizer, by the way. That's what that's called, an atomizer.
Yeah, well, I'll give to the one that I gave him some poison. Huh?
Did you ever hear, and I don't know if it was one of those urban myths, because like how I'm joking that we can take my daughter's lizard over there. Did you ever hear the myth that in New York sometimes people were getting iguanas to kill the roaches, and they were just letting iguanas, like they'd get a pet iguana, but they would just let it roam free in their apartment to kill the roaches?
Well, I never seen that, and I never heard that one in particular. However, the stupid stuff was always floating around that people would flush a baby crocodile or a fucking alligator, and then there's all kind of wild alligator in the sewer and in the fucking subway. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit. But yeah, Hodges, as far as I remember, Hodges was just a part of fucking life. In New York, it was just like, you have a Hodges, so fucking what? You're like, oh yeah, Hodges lived there.
Okay, so it's interesting that you say that, because you're 100% right about that. And if you could have a spotless apartment and that you could have a slob next door. So what are you going to do about it, right?
Yeah, and they just there, like, yeah, you could have a spotless, you live nice, and then Hodges is there. God, they just come in there. After a while, I'll just like fucking live for her. The thing is though, you just gotta make sure before your date come over, you gotta go like this. Listen, gentlemen, I want you guys on your best behavior. Like in Joe's apartment for her.
Totally.
You gotta make sure you gotta go in first and go. Oh God, you stay out there. Hey, scram, fellas, like Three Stooges. Like spread out for her. I'll talk to you guys later.
You just brought up so many great references, because there's a few things. Because I totally remember the point in New York where I was like, well, roaches live here. You know what I mean? And I was like, that's
after a while, what the fuck are you gonna do? You can't.
You can't. But it's funny because Joe's apartment, my friends worked on that, because that was like an MTV film thing.
Hi, that's back when you would have been working there.
My friends worked on Joe's apartment.
I remember sympathizing with Joe on that one. I was like, oh God, I was like, wow, they finally made a story about Laranja's crib.
I just realized, Hanach, I meant to do this earlier when Khalil got on the show with us, and I forgot. I forgot to light my African sunset candle.
Oh, boy. What that one smells like? What our African sunset smell like?
Well, there's definitely some spice to it, like some
Yeah, but
like a
that's not always a good thing. I mean, when I remember in New York. Speaking of New York, the African cab drivers and stuff, they
yeah.
had some spice on there, but caralho, some of that
Well,
was
there's a
turmeric and
it smells like a little
cumin
bit
for
of.
her.
Oh, I just blew it out. There's a little bit of yeah, I was going to say garlic.
Yeah,
Um,
garlic, cumin, cassava root. Oh, caralho. Smell like
yeah,
hochi, like a hoti
yeah, it
sandwich.
has a little vanilla, I think, in it. I sense like vanilla
No,
and I don't know, sandalwood. Maybe I love
what
sandalwood.
Africa is that? That sounds like Santa Fe, New Mexico, porra.
Oh,
Like a
is it? I don't. Where does sandalwood grow?
I don't know, but I think of new agey white people with like white dreadlock or
Yeah.
like and wear Birkenstock and do pottery and stuff like that when I think of sandalwood, porra.
Well, you're not wrong, but I also love it. So I love it. So some yeah. Okay. So maybe we will get somebody was asking about why Lionheart too. So Lionheart gets the invites as well, but Lionheart also I can send him he is busy because he works on a lot of different podcasts.
True,
You
that's
know
a
what I
lot.
mean?
If you're trying to fight and you're doing fucking your own podcast and stuff like that, it do spread you a little thin. We do understand that Lionheart also have a lifey. We
Yeah.
can't. We love him, but he's also a free bird that have to flap his wings. God, are you?
Exactly. I sent him the link, and we were talking about that the other day, and that's what I said. Like, he's also, mind you, folks, he has 4 children that he
Ah,
actually does.
yeah. You know what? Well, he'll come crawling back for her one of these days, and we won't make it easy to him. We're gonna hub it in. God, are you? That's okay.
Have you ever had a girlfriend come back to you,
Oh, God, are
or
you?
try
Huh?
to anyway?
Oh, well, many Jamie. I
Oh,
mean,
really?
they're always gonna try to come back. Eventually, see, there's the salt period where they hate you because they're like, and you know what I mean? Like they guilt trip you. I wasted the best years to my life here or whatever, and I go, listen, I don't care, porra, get out of here. And then later on, after they get out there, they date a couple of guys and stuff like that, and they go, God, are you? Boy, oh boy, a notch was. I wish I could have used some of that right now, God, are you? And then I go, oh, porra, well, now you're gonna came back, but it's gonna be less treatment for you. The treatment is gonna be half, and gonna be less
You punish her for a
considerate.
little while,
Yeah, you're gonna get less treatment for her. Yeah. Oh, here's the
but
doggy. Anyway.
doesn't punishing her by giving her less treatment actually end up punishing you?
No, because I gave you the treatment in the bedroom, but the last treatment is like I am go like this. Meh, caralho.
So you're
She's
doing
go
her a
like
favor when you take her into the
so
bedroom.
like
Got
if
it.
I go like she go, what do you want? I don't go like where you want to eat. I'm like here you I ordered Thai food or whatever. Like here's a
Okay, I see.
chopsticks. You want
I
some?
see.
Then don't eat it for her
But so how long does she stay in the doghouse though?
until she realized that I'm not that nothing changed and that she's not gonna change and I'm not gonna change and we at an impasse and we broke up for a good reason. But
Okay, okay.
not before your uncle Henach was get some put his hands on the cookie jar a couple more times. Porra.
Well, I would imagine she'd be trying to be extra accommodating too on
No, no,
trying to get you
oh
back.
they are. Oh, they always. But guess what? Oh, the tiger don't change the stripes. The leopard is keep the same spot because you can only keep up a facade for so long. Okay,
Yeah.
we can all do that, but after a while, you're gonna fall back to who you really are. We can all be on our best behavior as we are on the first date, as we are in the beginning of a relationship. But
Mhm.
then you can't keep up the juggling act of the You can't pretend things that bother you don't bother you. You know, like things bother you, or you like certain things that things mean something to you, or whatever it is. You know, you're just who you are. You know,
It
and
is
there's
what it
a
is.
lot of times you break up with somebody, or they break up with you, is because you're not, you don't need to be fucking be together. You
It's
know.
true. It's true. It's true. Well, listen, some people are saying that, yeah, that, what was this? Just wait until it's long enough that, like, she's desperate to come back type thing or
Yeah,
whatever.
let her
But,
to pass away, and then let her to pass away quietly.
okay, so here's what I wanted to show you.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So here's
Ah!
Aquaman and Lisa Bonet, right? So
That look
they
like
have
aqua lung for her. He looked like speaking of Hostafarian, he looked like he's at the from the festival. Both those guys look like they're from the Burnings Man or whatever.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Jason Momoa definitely looks like he's been to Burning Man, but
yeah.
so supposedly that's why I was asking you if you had ever gotten back together with somebody, because they're a big celebrity couple that when they broke up,
Yeah,
people were really upset because they seemed so cute together and they
yeah.
seemed like, fitting or whatever. So they broke up. So here's the thing: they had actually been together. They were together for 12 years, and then they got
12
married.
fucking years. 12
Okay,
years
so
they were
listen, yeah,
together.
they have two kids. Then they were together for 12 years, and then they got married in 2017. And so they were only married for 5 years though before they wanted to get a divorce. But so they'd actually been together for a long time.
I wonder if the marriage fucked stuff up, and I wonder if they. I wonder if. God, are you 12 years? Uh, do you think they had an open relationship?
I mean, maybe, right? And then they closed it for 5 years and they were like,
Can you imagine? Listen,
I
listen.
don't
We
know.
know, we know Lisa Bonet have had a long career, and she's older than him of being with different lovers. She was with fucking Lenny Kravitz and all these kind of people and stuff like that, and she
Yeah.
had a great chimey. And her heyday was a long time ago. It's like this guy's fucking heyday was in between the last 12 years. You know,
Yeah.
like you imagine he was only with her in this whole hunt of him being like every fucking woman on earth want to sleep with this guy.
That'd be tough.
Wow. I mean, good. For, if that's the case, then more power to the fucking guy. But that's
But
that's
that's a big
that's
ask.
incredible.
That's a big ask. But so yeah, perhaps that's it, right? So supposedly they I guess it was like even just at the beginning of the year or something that they had broken
Yeah.
up or whatever. And then they were out for a while and then they're like got back together. So I think so maybe that what your theory is correct, or maybe
May-
they just went back out there and looked around and were like, ooh,
Maybe I mean there's clearly love there. I remember even Hide After, and I'm not following too close, but I remember Hide After because I follow Momoha. I like he seemed like a nice guy. I like the guy.
he
I like to
does,
hoot.
he does.
I like to hoot for somebody in the public eye that seemed like a fucking nice person.
Yeah.
Um, but what was I gonna say? Immediately, even though the breakup, it seemed like he was like he's hooting for Zoe Kravitz or whatever, as if that's his own daughter. And it seemed like there's a lot of love there. So, regardless, it seemed like they're family, you know. So I don't know what they got going on sexually or whatever the fuck's going on. But hey, if they work it out, great. If they don't, I think they're gonna be okay no matter what.
Well, yeah, and I think that's it. They have two kids,
Yeah.
and so
And
somebody,
that
yeah.
make it different. That make it different. When what?
Oh, lights out. It's
Oh,
really after
what?
dark.
What the fuck? Hold on.
Yeah, your lights just went out. What
What?
happened? Did it come unplugged? That cricket? It's like, oh, I'll tell you. He got
That
his
cricket
screens.
is up to
He's
no.
behind the wall chewing the wires to the outlet.
What the? I've never in my life. Wait, hold on. What? Huh?
Oh, electricity got cut off again.
No, the rest of the fucking light over
You're
here.
right. You're right. You're right.
Wait, what the fuck?
Or the
It's
light bulb
interesting.
just blew out. Maybe that
Could
happens.
that happen on a
Yeah, on
fucking
your ring light
on a
though.
hang light?
I don't know. I've never had that happen.
Ain't this a fucking? Oh, hold on, God, argue.
Maybe.
Talk to the fans about fucking Jason Momoa and all that stuff.
Okay. Well, so here's the thing. I agree with you. Yeah, cricket wireless.
I'm sorry.
Um, There's somebody saying Pete Brown saying the child support caught up with you.
I mean, it feels that way sometimes. Wait, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh. But yeah, Aquaman. So D&D saying didn't Momoa's career take off after 2017? Yeah, I think so. That's the thing.
That's when I would have took off.
In there. So yeah, maybe it did coincide with his fame and I mean, yeah, I wasn't trying to speculate on why they broke up or whatever, but I just think I like them together was kind of my point.
I blame you. I blame you for this. You're the one who told me to buy a hang light, and now don't work.
I didn't tell you to buy a cheap one.
I bought the most expensive one. Ugh. This is
okay.
This is what I get.
I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry.
This is what I get.
Do you have any kind of other light?
I do, but nothing great. No, I mean nothing. That's why I bought the stupid fucking hang light in the first place.
Yeah, I feel like you have a lot of like mood lighty type of things.
Yeah. I'm not trying to bring a woman over and go like this. Hey, carajo. Hey, sit down, have a glass of wine. And put the fucking spotlight, the hang light.
Right.
I may give to her hang warm, but not hang light for her.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Oh gosh. Okay. What do you I know we spoke about this briefly on the on festivities, but we have a different audience here. But you are
hold on, I got some ideas. Go ahead.
Okay.
I guess I can still talk here, but you don't see me.
I was
just pretend you see me.
Yeah, I was gonna talk a little bit about your two countrymen fighting each other. We have Rafael dos Anjos is going to be fighting Renato Moicano, and you know, I am curious what you think when the Brazilians fight each other in the UFC, right? Because obviously jungle fights, obviously Brazilians grow up fighting Brazilians. But then once they get to a big organization, everybody kind of freaks out when two Brazilians have to fight each other.
I don't like them to fight each other.
I don't like it either.
It's human cockfighting.
Two Americans are fighting each other all the time. And
I don't. I
hate that two Americans are fighting each other.
I don't care about two Americans.
Brazilians are. I know, but why?
The American can kill each other for her.
Why is that?
Can we accept this? I mean,
that's not bad. I mean, it's a little dim, but I could dim mine so that we're equal. How about that? It's just going to be the lower.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, people.
Here, look it. So now mine's not so bright, so it's a little more even. Okay. Hey, I don't even mind that.
Okay, in post, we're gonna.
Yeah, I'll fix it in post. I can't.
Okay.
I can't fix just half of it. You know what I mean?
When he posts that one, I'll put it. I'm gonna leave a bad Amazon review on these fucking guys.
You should do. Yeah, that sucks. That's a bummer.
What a piece of shit. It was working so good. Oh wow. I even have this fucking thing. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, it's just that now your right side is a little. Maybe if you put that on the floor.
No. Wait.
Like put it far away or something, but yeah, at an angle. Yeah, there you go. That's not bad.
But that looked like a Nosferatu. That looked like Vincent Price.
That's fuck. Good. You're right.
Wait, hold on.
I think it needs to just be head on or nothing.
Hold on. I just need to dim the fucking thing. Hold on.
Right.
Act match.
Sorry,
pretend nothing is happening.
I'm going to entertain the people. Okay. So, yeah. So, D&D saying Rafa and Moicano are two of the good guys in each of their divisions. Imagine Rafa hitting Moicano with that 12-piece that he gave to Robbie Lawler. Yeah. I mean, the thing. Oh my God.
Yeah. Why he did next, boy? Robbie Lawler.
I really like RDA, and it's one of those things where as soon as the whole Conor thing came around, I felt like Rafael got a bad rap. And like for newer fans who just came into watching fights with Conor, they never saw Rafael before. I mean, the guy has an incredibly long career and he's done really good things. And I think that he got hit with a barrage with all that Connor stuff, and it's been hard for him to come back from that.
Wait, did he? I thought he didn't even end up fighting. Fucking.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The fact that they never ended up fighting, but even the whole red panty night was all about that, and like,
Oh yeah.
he picked on his kids' names, and like Connor was really, really merciless. And
Wow,
what I'm saying is there were so many fans that came to MMA because of Connor, and so they never knew RDA before Connor. You know what I mean? And so right away they just thought RDA was trash. Do you know what I mean? Without ever actually knowing his
mean, yeah, that's a casual fan, you know. I mean, anybody who know that HDA is the heel deal, you know. You know, hey, listen, if it wasn't for HDA, there would be no second renaissance of Nate Diaz for him, you know.
Yeah.
We can all thank the Connor trilogy of Nate Diaz for HDA, you know.
Yeah. Yes. True. I'm.
Can you guys accept your Uncle Henash like this?
Yeah. Although can you be closer? Because my head now, like, I want us to be the same size.
Oh, okay.
I'll push mine back so we're the same size or something. I just don't like it when my head is.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So here.
Well,
here we go. There we go. Now we're about the same size. That's good. You know what I mean? It just looks weird when one's giant and one's not. That's good.
I just found something.
That's better.
Oh, God, you look at that.
Hi, welcome to Podcasting 101 with KBheat and Notch. Tonight we're going to talk about lighting.
Hi,
it's
everybody.
fine. Everybody's saying it's fine. Everybody's saying it's fine.
Fine, but like fine.
Fine.
Like, yeah, it's fine. Oh, God, you look at him. Is that me, God? You look at the who's that? Yeah. Look how the light is even shimmer in this part.
Yeah, it shows your I don't know, what is that bone? Like your
careful, poor huh? Don't turn that into a backhanded compliment.
I give you straight up compliments. Don't
just when I feel like, just when the fans is getting what their money's worth. Wait, hold on. Let's see what the people is saying, Karyn.
I believe I was complimenting you last week with your low zip down tunic or whatever you were wearing.
Wow, Karyn, I mean, that was eye candy. But what else? What else is new? Somebody said Henash is getting bald. You wish that baldness should look so fucking good for her. Everybody should be bald like your Uncle Henash for her, if that's the case.
Jimmy Rivera is asking, am I going to London? Yes, I am. I got my tickets yesterday. I'm very excited. Oh, you bring up a good point. 2 weeks from now, Renato will be having the night off to spend with his ladies because I'll actually be on my way to London 2 Tuesdays from now. So
you better be going to London too. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna make you to call and check in.
Yeah, I'm going. What do you mean?
You can't be trusted. I don't know where you're going.
Oh, I'm just gonna go out cattle.
Who knows? Who knows where you could be? A caterwauling?
Caterwauling. That's
yeah. You're out there You're all the jitterbugging. You're out there gallivant at my expense, for him. Not this time.
I don't know. You know, it's funny because at first you were like, "Oh my God, you're gonna tie me down every Tuesday night," and you're all
but I'm the one who called the shots. You know, I decide whether if you're coming or going.
May I have Tuesday the 15th off?
Yes, yes, you may. I'm gonna have to replace you though that night, God. Not on the screen, in the background. I'm gonna find a girl that look like you, Pohai. I'm gonna go to the bars, to the singles bars. In like Santa Monica, Poha, I'm gonna find, and I'm gonna put a matchbook with my phone number. I'm gonna slide to that one. I'm gonna find one that's like a cheap version of you, and I'm gonna go, Kara, you wanna come over and hang out with me, Uncle Henash?
When you say that, all I pictured in my head was going down to the Regal Beagle.
Basically, that's what I'm talking about, Kara. Yeah, the Regal Beagle is exact. That's exact what I'm talking about, Kara. I'm like a Larry. Let's face it. I'm a cross between Larry and Mr. Furley.
But how good was Three's Company? It was so
It was
good.
it was true good. It was one of my very favorite fucking thing on earth. I mean, Don Knotts, porra. I mean, just everything about that fucking show.
John Ritter was
Yeah, he was a
fantastic.
genius. He was so good you take him for granted until you
Right,
understand later how genius. And
right.
fucking I mean, but healing Mr. Furley when
Mr.
they added, I love the Hopers. Okay, don't get me hung about that one.
Yeah,
But Mr. Furley added a spice to that one that can't be beat. You know,
agreed.
he
Agreed.
yeah
I know. I love that. I absolutely loved that show. The doors, the going and like and the show and the why.
eh.
What's so great about it? It was like the great kind of sitcom where it's the most insipid setup, like the most insipid. Oh my god! In a million years, it would leave it. It was good.
Okay, my bad. I was just trying to. I got greedy. Okay, go ahead. Yes,
Maybe,
fuck.
yeah, maybe it's this that you need to angle or something. But like the scenarios of like somebody in the living room and somebody in the kitchen, like the idea that these two people would never find out they were both in the same apartment is so
Yeah,
hilarious to me.
and
Like,
also those stage whispers and stuff like keep him busy while I do so and so. Yeah, I mean, God, and like his boss at the fucking restaurant or whatever, the cooking school, whatever, he's like, I'm not sure about this. Fuck.
totally, totally. It was the same thing with the Jeffersons, like with him whispering in the kitchen and stuff. Like, don't tell Mr. Jefferson, but he's
Yeah,
funny. Come on.
Mr.
Oh,
J.
so good, so good,
Yeah,
so good.
yeah. All that stuff. I mean, I spent so much fucking time watching all that stuff. Yeah, it was like fantasy land, you know.
Absolutely. Well, now, Hanato, you have spoken before
Yeah,
about being on Sesame Street. Is that correct?
I was on the Sesame Street.
Okay.
But people, there's a misconception out there. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
people think that
Fill
I
it.
was like a fucking cast member or something like that. I was on a actually two episode. One when I was 3 years old, which I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, to tell you the truth. You know, I
Mhm.
mean, I have a vague memory of some of that stuff. And then later on, they had my dad's Kahari class on there, and I was just
Okay.
one of the people, one of the student doing like a kata or whatever, and that's it.
Okay.
That's the extent of it. But people will frame it. They use their imagination, and they act like people who wanna challenge me online and stuff and wanna fight me or something like that. They go, "I'll fuck you up. You came in from Sesame Street or whatever, because they wanna make in their mind that I'm from a Sesame
Right.
Street." But unfortunately, it's not the case. But yeah, I was visit Sesame Street, and I was
Okay.
lucky to have did that. But also, a lot of people don't realize that what you call Sesame Street in my country is called Sesame Favela, and in Grover is he called Grovinho. That's the truth.
Mm. Is he still blue? Azul?
Yeah, he is. He's a black belt though. He's studied jiu-jitsu in Brazil. So it's Sesame Favela. It was half back then. I don't know how it
But
is today. It's become gentrified today, Sesame Favela.
but
A lot of
so
wine bar and hipster coffee shop and shit like that. Back in the day, it was tough.
and there's probably a Lululemon.
All that stuff. You have a Gap. You have Starbucks.
Does Oscar still live in the favela?
Yeah, Oscar still
I would
live
think
there.
Oscar would be the original favela dweller.
But he is that one. But he's sublet his place now for some kind of it's discussed what's happening out there, the gentrification.
It's
Don't
on
get me started.
Airbnb, like rent Oscar's can, and then it's like so
Yeah,
it's like
his can, and then it's snuffleupagus. I think he's been through rehab. He used to be a junkie. I think he's kicked that one. He's a methadone
okay.
now.
Well, he's down at the clinic. Okay, well, it's funny that you bring Snuffleupagus up because that's what I wanted to ask you about. I don't know. Okay, I want to share this. So to set this up for people, I want to let everybody know what I'm talking about here. So there's an executive at Estee Lauder, which is a big, huge makeup company. This
Tell me
man,
about it. You think I'm not familiar to that one?
this man made about $10 million a year is apparently what his salary was. he put something up on his Instagram that he then later claimed I didn't read it before I posted it. And he then got fired for it. And I want to show you this. And this is what he got fired for. So this is the guy. His name is John Dempsey. And so the Chingy meme, it says, my N-word Snuffy done got the Rona at a Chingy concert.
I mean, I gotta be honest. If I'm an employee, this is heartening to me. Like, if I see my employer posting shit like that, I'm like, finally, somebody I can relate to, porra.
You think?
I would trust a guy like that who posts a meme like that over somebody who is like, we condemn the actions of Chingy and Snuffalaf, and we do not find that funny. I mean, caralho, I would think, wow, this guy, how the fuck he knows about any of that stuff? Wow, this guy is a little more like interesting than I thought he was. That's what I would think for her.
Right. Okay. But here's the thing. So Dean D's saying that, yeah, corporate America will fire you for anything. And yeah. Okay. So
No.
that's
Yeah.
what? Well,
No,
that's what I was gonna say. It's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
It's funny, but you can't do anything with
No,
the
no.
N-word.
I know.
You can't do it.
I got you, and I understand. I'm just saying, yeah, no, 100%. Like, he's fucked. It is what it is. I understand why they fire the fucking guy. I understand. However, personally, secretly, inside, if I saw that meme, I would go, what guy? I would be more intrigued by him. I'd be like, that guy's not a square like I thought he, you know what I mean? I'd be like, what the fuck is this guy? Why he's smoking? You know what I mean? Give me some of that shit he's been smoking, boy. You understand? Because to be honest, to me that meme is light. That's light. That's light beer. You know what I mean? To me, that one's not hardcore. To me,
Right.
it's kind of light, and even have the stuff squiggled out. You know, where don't even spell it out high or whatever. But I got it. I got it. You gotta be smarter than that. If I'm playing Mickey Mouse, I can't come on and go, oh, my nigga chingy or whatever. You know what I mean? I can't. It's some stuff you just can't do. Wow.
Right. But okay, so the thing, there's so many things about it though that I like. He says he didn't read it. Just
stupid.
Okay.
I mean, he's lying. I don't know what he did. Why would he do it?
Who posts anything on their Instagram without looking? You have to physically look at the thing to post it.
If you're a CEO, yeah.
I can't post something right now on Instagram.
You know, he could have been. You know what would be the easiest one to do? What I would do, I'd throw my children under the fucking bus. I would just go like this. My goddamn 13-year-old thought it was heel funny, and this is a teachable moment because he thought it was heel funny to put us stuff like that. And now I'm glad he did this because now, as Estee Lauder, we're gonna develop more black hair care product and more black fucking makeup and stuff to let these snuffleupagus to rest in peace from now on. I would have finessed that shit. I'm not gonna go, I shouldn't have put that. I blame my fucking kids and I disowned that one.
But here's the thing, that's all well and good until your kid is applying for college or whatever, and they're in their interview and they're like, so I see here that you posted something about Big Bird's N-word.
Well,
what do you know what I mean? Now you just totally effed your kid for their life.
Yeah, but I put it to you this way: if I'm still keep my Estee Lauder 10 million a year, he don't need to go to college. Never mind college. We're gonna donate a fucking library to that one.
You know what?
You go to whatever college I tell them to put him in there.
You're 100% right on that one. You're 100% right on that one. It's not gonna change a damn thing. You're 100% right. Well, plus in theory too, that would be suppressed that because if they're a minor and like that's not really a legal thing, but it would be.
Listen, he's gonna find somewhere to go. There's worse shit than that happen, you know?
Okay, but so here's the thing. So for the person who made the meme or whatever, like I think it's hilarious. It's a very funny meme to me. But like, dude, Chingy, like, so does the guy?
That's what's also make it funny.
The SC Water.
That's what
Chingy is. It's so funny.
That's what make it even funnier because it bring up more question than it answer. Like I'll go like this. Come again, for her. Wow, what's the meaning of this, boy?
Let me show it again. It's so good.
And him, boy, he looked like he have a shit-eating grin right there. He looked like he just told the fucking joke.
He does. This guy. Who does he look like? What a round head.
He looked a little like a Grandpa Munch. He looked a little bit like Grandpa Al Lewis. Like just put wild hair on that guy. And a cigar, a long
Yeah.
cigar. That's a Grandpa Al Lewis. Caralho.
Oh my god. It is funny to me. Oh my god. Oh, so somebody said no, just change it and pretend that it said my ninja Snuffy.
Good luck, boy. That's gonna go over like a lead
Because why does
balloon.
ninja need to get blanked out?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Well, Omega loves your line about my child and it being a teachable moment. Omega is right there with you, throwing your kid under the bus. Apparently,
hey, look, you're gonna check one for the team because if you cut off the head of the snake,
you're right.
then the kid you ain't gonna get shit anyway. Check one for pops, and then he pay you. I'm gonna sprinkle some, just like Succession. It play ball, and I'm gonna sprinkle some of the down to you. It's gonna trickle down to you,
But it won't.
like
Okay,
Arnold Hagen, for her.
right. But okay, so my other question is though,
Mm.
as this executive, an Estee Lauder executive that looked like that guy, do his followers even get that joke? Like
Maybe that.
it doesn't make any sense to me. It's funny.
That's
I guess
again why I think it's so good. Is because
maybe he's cooler, like you said. Maybe
it's
he's
so
cooler than I'm
niche.
giving him credit for.
It's so niche that I don't understand. Like, why would you ever post this, or why would you, if you didn't post it, why wouldn't you just blame it on somebody else? I mean, wouldn't it be so easy to say my account got hacked? What about forget your kid? What about jokes aside? Why don't you say? I mean, people all the time get hacked. Oh, that ain't me. I don't know who the fuck put that. Well, we even big companies get hacked, and it might be like Jack in the Box. Hey, go fuck yourself or whatever, and they go, we regret that someone got a hold of the account. Whatever.
You're 100% right. What he should have done after that is post something about like Bitcoin and then leave it there, because literally my friend Dan got hacked the other day. My friend, if I'm gonna name drop, my friend Dan O'Brien.
Who, Dan Hedaya? Oh wait, who? Dan
O'Brien. He won the gold medal for the decathlon.
I remember Dan O'Brien. Yeah. He's a mix. He's team light skin for him.
He's team light skin. We should have him on sometime. He's a really
I would
nice
love
guy.
to have that guy. What was it? Dan versus who was the other guy? Remember?
Yeah, Dan and Dave.
Dan and Dave. They even had a burger that was the Dan or the Dave
and everything. Yeah. So he was hacked the other day, right? Because I'm looking at his account and I'm like, okay, one Bitcoin thing. I'm like, okay. But it was like one of those things where it was just like, and thanks to my, broker Hanach, I made another. And I was like, and then it was all over his stuff. And I'm like, that's weird, and then, a couple days later, it's like, hey, folks, everybody, sorry, I got hacked,
Yeah.
So Estee Lauder guy should have, if you ever F up, if I ever F up, I'm posting a Bitcoin thing up next.
Yeah, he's not too bright, because that would have been an easy fucking one to get out of.
Yeah.
It's not like he said it out of his mouth. People have gotten away with worse saying it out their fucking mouth.
Totally. But people said, VT, I would apologize, but only on my ex-wife's behalf. That's funny.
Ooh,
everybody's remembers the Dan and Dave commercials. It was my ex-wife. What? You guys are so bad. But yeah, it is amazing, like to give up a $10 million a year gig.
It's crazy. I mean, what a shitty way to go out.
Oh my God.
That's like being an MMA fighter and injuring yourself, like one of those stupid things, like you get injured out of a fight because you tripped on a mic stand or whatever. One of those stuffs like didn't Johnny Ferguson some stupid shit happen? Like it's one of those ones. You fighting guys all your fucking life, and then the thing that bring you down is like a fire on the set. I mean, it's like that.
Johnny Walker hurt himself when he was celebrating his win. He totally jacked up his shoulder. Like Terrence McKinney jacked up his knee celebrating the win.
Oh, I remember that. Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Sucks. You're right. It sucks. It's random, and you're right. But like, it's the Tony Ferguson thing breaks my heart because
oh,
the Tony
it
Ferguson
just wasn't
breaks
meant to be,
my
Paul.
heart. I am such a
Yeah.
Ferguson fan, and that just breaks my heart.
Yeah, everything
Um,
having gone according to plan on that one, but what can you
mm-mm,
do?
mm-mm.
Um,
I have some good stuff with Tony on my channel here. If people want to subscribe to my channel while you're here, but yeah, but Tony,
yeah, one of the most unique fighters. So back to wait, okay, so yeah, that guy. Oh fuck. I mean, I guess if you're gonna go out, at least it's funny. One day maybe he can laugh about it. One day, way after it's passed, they go, "Hey, remember when that shit?" You know?
and maybe I shouldn't say this, but we at work, and granted, I'm not going to post something with the N word, but we at work sort of joke, like we're like, oh, what did Dana say today? Oh, okay, no, we're good. Like in our meeting, you know what I mean? Like, because we say some ratchet stuff at work. I'm not going to lie. Like,
You mean in private?
yes, in
Well,
our
of course.
meetings,
Who
when we're all
doesn't, for
sitting
her? I
around,
mean,
effing around, like we
who the
spend
fuck
all day
doesn't?
together every weekend. Like you're sitting around watching fights with somebody for 10 hours a day or whatever, you know, all this stuff.
Yeah,
Like and you know, look at, if everybody knows, I mean, if it wasn't proven enough with the Rampage video, like I'm not squeamish. I'm not, you know, whatever. And so we're there and we say some ratchet stuff. And then we're like,
yeah,
HR, like we kind of joke that HR is coming. And then we're like, oh no, we're good. Cause like, you're right. When you know your boss, Dana says some stuff that people have a problem with sometimes. But if Dana's a straight shooter and he's, you know, whatever, then we're like, I think we're okay. And nobody here is going to call foul unless it's a real foul. I'm not saying there aren't some things that are a foul.
yeah,
100% are.
yeah,
But I'm just saying, but with us joking around, like we joke very liberally to where I go have conversations with other people that aren't in the fight world. And then I
yeah,
realize very quickly, I'm like, oh, you guys don't talk like we do.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you talk more like how people do in sports, like any sports gym, and that's fine. You just gotta know who you gotta navigate that shit. And then sometimes you're gonna fuck up and make a mistake, and you're gonna step on somebody's toes, and so be it. That's part of life too.
Yeah, I
And
hope
sometimes you're gonna get fired. I've been fired before. God,
I hope not. Hey, we have a $5 question here from Backflow Don.
wait, I'm gonna win $5 if I answer correct.
I don't know, and I don't
Wait,
know.
I got an idea. We can start turning this into a trivia show where we get to win the fucking money if we answer their questions right. How's that sound, people? Anyway, go ahead.
Not bad. I thought we were gonna do a contest where people got to come on with us for a few minutes.
Yeah, they can do that, but they gotta pay for that one. Yeah, see, and then they're gonna each time. The longer they on, the more money they can give to us.
You know, it's like an OnlyFans, but like a live.
Yeah, what a unique concept.
That is
No
pretty.
other place offer that than this place here.
You're right about that. He said, what famous Brazilians at a young boss Houghton look like Paul Heiser?
I think that's a young Renato Laranja.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
What's
Where's
that
my
from?
$5?
Was that?
It was from the Renato Laranja show, which was a classic of television history.
Was the Renato Laranja show different from the Valley Tudo Hour? Like what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Vele Trudeau Hour was an audio podcast that was like an old timey radio program, not unlike maybe something from what's his name? I almost said Burl Ives. Citizen Kane. Fucking, I can't think
Orson
right now.
Welles. So
Orson
that's when
Welles.
you had interviewed Khalil was on that show.
On that, yeah. And then
Because
before that, I used to had a variety show that
with
was like
and
had like skits, and it was it had interviews like in between two fern, and I
I
was
remember like Kenny was
yeah,
on,
yeah, and I was
Chris
eviscerate
Rock.
the guest and to sabotage their career.
And what happened to that show? Because people ask about it all the time.
They sabotaged my career. Now, what happened to that show? It was a lot of that's a long fucking story, but
Oh, okay,
the
sorry.
short of it is it was getting past around where it was getting big people, the
Yeah.
UFC, all these different people was interested in the show, but then I don't even want to get into it. But
Okay, I'm sorry.
let's
I'm
just
sorry. I
say
didn't
no,
know.
no,
I didn't know.
it's not that it's a story, it's just it's a long project story, And
Yeah.
it's a shame because it was a lot of fun and it was good, but it came down to I needed more money to, not for my pocket, but to do it on the scale and the level of quality and stuff that I want to do and have the
Yeah.
gas to be flown in.
Hmm.
One of the main problem that was I'll put it to you like this: to give it to a big company, I lost all control,
Right.
and I felt like it was gonna get the nuts cut off of that one.
Yeah.
But if I didn't give it to a big company, then I lost all money, or most money. So that now the big problem that I had was all these guys and girls wanted to do the show. A lot of people, big A-list people, wanted to do it,
Hmm.
but they wasn't gonna fly themselves to fucking LA and clear their schedule and put themselves up, and simply we just had to rely on people. We had to find, okay, so this person's gonna be in LA on the whatever, and then we're gonna get this part and this, and it was too many
Yeah.
fucking times it got canceled, or this happened, and it was just one of those stuff. Now, having said that, look, it's not hard to he can do that one at some point. I'm not going anywhere. I still have all the challenge. That's one thing that's aged like a fun. Oh god, oh yeah. That's one of those things that still aged like a fun. And I'm only get better looking if you can see that one. Let's be honest, god, are you?
You look good. You look good. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because people do ask about it a lot. Maybe at some point this show will blow up in the and like our festivities gig, maybe
Well,
that will turn into something because
mm,
I feel
meh,
like we could do a lot of the similar things of the interviews
meh,
and stuff and the skits. Like I have ideas for things that we could do if we had a budget and we had money
well,
behind us for sure.
god, are you? Well, we'll see. Um, I'm. We'll see. I'm gonna talk to my people. I'm gonna talk to my business manager, my lawyer. We're gonna come up with something. We're gonna come up to a savage package for you, Karaya. It's gonna be very generous, more than you deserve for her. Karaya. We're gonna. It's a generous detachment package, welfare.
We didn't sign a
Um.
prenup though. We did so.
Uh, don't you bring me back a sour memory? Oof.
Okay, Hanato. I'm
Yeah.
going to try something new here. I'm going to play you a video clip.
Oh.
And then I have another video clip that I can play as well. So this weekend is the Arnold Classic. Arnold
Which
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold? Oh,
Arnold
Schwarzen.
Schwarzenegger. Arnold
Schwarzer.
Schwarzenegger has the Arnold
No,
Classic.
that's what it means. You know you know what his
Yeah,
last name mean?
black.
He said it one time. Blackie Plowman. It means
Yeah,
black plowman. Schwarzenegger. You
yeah,
see, Blackie Plowman. So he's
yeah.
named after an African American. You know, he's named after George Washington Carver. A lot of people don't know that kind of.
It's,
He was
it's
invent the peanut.
true. Yeah. Hey, no more Black History. We're
He
done.
was yeah, only you can only say it in the 28 days of fucking February. After that, forget about it. No more peanut butter.
Nobody wants to
No
hear
more
it.
no more straightening comb for her. No more Harriet Chapman. Wow.
Okay, so
Oh
I'm going to
wow.
try to play this clip, but I mentioned this last week on the show. We talked about this a little bit. The slap boxing that is going on.
Ah,
Oh my goodness!
okay. Sorry, I almost that was almost okay. Go ahead. The slap boxings.
So Logan Paul is behind the
Oh God,
slap boxing,
the Logan
and
Paul.
oh yes, Dean D, we're going there with the slap boxing. I want to show you guys this video. Oh, look at KB's trying to step up the game here on the show. So we're going to pause for a moment and we're going to listen to Logan. Hopefully this has the sound and everything. And he's explaining a little bit about the slap boxing and what's about to happen. So here we go.
Just here
Okay.
to echo everything Arnold said. Thank you to everyone who's here. Thank you to everyone who's making this event possible. This is honestly a dream come true for me. I mean, Arnold talks about the spine of the Arnold Classic being that of inspiration and motivation. And you're looking at someone who has manifested that and was inspired by Arnold at the Arnold Classic over a decade ago, probably about 13 years ago. My papa took me to the Arnold Classic in Ohio, where I'm from. And I got to be within 3 feet of Arnold as he walked through the crowd. And I was inspired by the events I saw at the event, the strong men and women who were pushing their bodies. And so I underwent this fitness journey and decided I wanted to be an athlete. And so I trained and ended up pivoting into academics and eventually social media. But I had this athletic background, which I was able to use in my adult life, using this career that I had built, this ability to garner an audience and attention, and I pivoted into boxing. And who knows what type of person and what type of future you're going to be able to create with events like these. And honestly, like the ability to present the slap fighting championship with Arnold and legitimize a sport that is I think up and coming, that I'm personally a fan of, with the slap fighting championship is awesome. We have amazing athletes that we are shipping in and from all around the world. The heavyweight event, there's going to be 6 fights, but the heavyweight event features 2 undefeated super heavyweight champions. We got a guy named Zalish. He's 16-0. He's 6'1", 310 pounds, versus Koa, the crazy Hawaiian, who's actually on this call. I was speaking to him before we started. He got Bob Ross playing in the background on a TV. He says it keeps him calm. He's truly a crazy Hawaiian. This guy's 6'3", 370 pounds, 9-0. And so, man, me and Arnold are going to be presenting this event. It's truly an honor. It's going to be free this first time around on my YouTube channel. So my fans are going to get to watch an amazing event for free on a Sunday on my Facebook channel and Famio. Dream come true. Feels like a full circle to me, and we'll see how this manifests, but just an honor to be involved. And thank you guys all for paying attention.
So there you have it.
Oh, well, let me I have some thoughts about that. First of all, he didn't make it any clear if we're talking about like slap boxing, like I can't let you get close, or if he's talking about I give you one smack a homie and then you give me one of that one. Now that's gonna make a big difference whether I care about this or not. If it's old timey slap boxing where it's like boxing almost and you're smacking the shit out of people, I'm on board. There's only so much of you smack me once, I smack you another time that I can stomach. I like a little bit of that, enough to watch like true exchange, and then I go on the Instagrammy. Now, however, if you have the competitor start off with a glove and he make it dramatic and do like in the movie, like carayo, and then I would have where you smack a guy with your glove and disrespect that one. To me, that's more more panache, more drama.
I think it is like boxing, but I think it is more like what your big brother would do to you after
I
school.
just
Like
I,
I think
I
it's that.
I'm just not sure.
I think it's that because I think slapping like a slap. I think just straight up slap contest would just be called slap. I think the fact that it's called slap
I
boxing
just
makes
don't know. I would like to know. Does okay, in the comment, does
well, let's look at the
anybody?
comments. But I was going to say, I also have a clip with that actual big, huge Hawaiian dude with the Bob Ross in the background, which I will show you guys in a second. But so, okay, so people
I
are
hope it's
saying,
shorter than that one. I can't stomach to listen to him talk about his
sorry,
mind,
it is short.
mind papa. He's talking about mind papa.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. That's why I wanted that whole clip in there because he just said so many ridiculous things.
That was
But
all mind papa. To me, you
was
are
that?
so beautiful.
What an
You know what?
affectation.
To be honest, I think okay. I think even though it sounds crazy that he said that, it was a little window into actually he might have a good sense of humor because like it's like how I say like shiver me chimbo or some stupid shit like that. I don't really mean shiver me chimbo. I don't think that I'm a fucking pirate. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just I think it's so old sounding and it's funny to me. So I think he was just saying mind papa to make fun of himself in a way.
Maybe.
Because
Well,
he's trying not to be sentimental. Like if he's like, I went with my dad and we saw Arnold and blah blah blah. It might be like maybe he knows how corny it sounds, so he add a little more corn to let you know, like, and me and mine papa we saw that one. Maybe I'm heating into it too much, but
maybe no. I thought that line was funny too, and I
yeah.
can't decide because I went to one of the press conferences for Jake and T Wood and stuff, and like there's so much about them that is so like you just roll your eyes or whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, man, they're gaming the system and they're totally winning. And I got
Yeah,
to
there's
applaud
something
that.
to it.
I'm not mad at them.
There's something
I'm
to
not.
it. Having said that, after a couple, like, I don't even know, that 20 seconds felt like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like something about
Totally.
that, something about that. I'm like,
Oh,
okay, get him out of here. You know,
because we're
even
not
though I
20.
don't, what was that?
It's because we're not 20 years old. Like we're not.
Yeah, I
We're grown.
guess. What do the people think in the comments? My thing
Yeah,
went
let's
away
see.
where there's a comment choice.
Well, P Brown says, way to step it up a notch, KB, with the video. So thank you. And I have another quick clip. The one with the actual slap fighter is shorter, and I just think you'll get a kick out of
Wait,
it.
could they see us watching it
No,
or
it was just full screen Logan.
okay? Oh, even better. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah. So they're saying, okay. So KB and K climbing to the top with this Logan interview. Yeah, we are. Dean Z says he feels dirty after watching it. I know.
It's tough. It's tough to watch.
It's tough. But then, okay, so let's see if there's comments about him. You're right though. While I look in these comments, Omega brings up. Did you see the thing about the ultimate pillow fighting
Of course. You know what? I'm more interested in that, to be honest. If it's this one, if it's like the interrogation slap one after the other.
Pillow fighting thing.
No. I'm saying we still don't know whether we're talking about this kind or if we're talking about one and then you one. If it's this bullshit one, I'd rather watch pillow fighting than that. But if it's this kind, now I don't know.
Right. Well,
but I like the pillow fight.
The pillow fight, I'm sure, of course, you would.
I'm not too shabby my goddamn self at the pillow fight.
Dean is saying that he can't stand the Paul brothers. He says they're geniuses and a little fake to me, but they're making bank, you know. And so I hope a Gegard or Anderson boxes Logan, because that has been in the talks, you know, some of those. So yeah, it's like I want my friends to make money off of them. I'm like I said, I'm not mad at them. And to be honest with you,
yeah,
that Jake said, if it helps fighters get paid more, you know.
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff is on the table, and you know, I'm the kind of person, and I think some people is like this, but not everybody. It ain't even them in particular. I don't want to see anybody all the fucking chimey. Yeah. I don't care if it's a politician. I don't care if it's the Hawk. You know what I mean? After a while, I'm like, okay, the Hawk is in another I don't mind the fucking guy, but like, give me a fucking break for a second. Let me come up for air. Let me get a chance to miss you for 2 fucking seconds. Too much of that one. And so I see these fucking guys, and I'm like, just give me a second to recover. You know, anybody. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to see myself. Well, yes, I do. But aside from myself, anybody else, I get tired.
I hear you on that, but at the same time, of course, the converse to that argument is strike while the iron's hot and just hit now.
And I can't blame them. They doing what they're supposed to do. I don't get. I'm just saying, my getting sick of these fucking guys has less to do with like I hate their guts and more of like these again, like these fucking guys.
I agree with you.
It's like a song I didn't ask to hear. You know, it's like you're hearing the same song in the grocery store. It's like, I didn't want to hear this one again.
Yep. Well, Matt Garcia says he likes Jake. You know, people are saying, you know, that some of them are saying they like Jake, and all that. Okay, so I want to show you. He said the thing about the big, super heavyweight Hawaiian guy who watches Bob Ross. So this clip I think is just like a minute long.
Okay, let's see. Lay it on me for her.
Yeah, I think it's just a minute long, but you got to see this guy. So he's the super heavyweight that's going to be fighting, and he was talking about how excited he is for this event.
Just trying to keep the crazy Hawaiian to where it's we're cool. We're cool. Yeah, me and the crazy Hawaiian, we're cool right now. He's watching Bob Ross in the back. No, but this event, I'm an island boy. I came from nothing. I went to food banks just to get fed. I am not supposed to be here. I could cry right now. Arnold is just to be on this call is humbling, and it's so exhilarating just to be with this group of people. And I'm happy, and I'm gonna put on a show. This is a formidable opponent. I have to be level-headed about it. I cannot be you know, out of body with it. I have to make sure that I put on a show and make sure people know that this is a sport. It can be viewed as a spectacle, but at the end of the day, there's a loser and a winner. There's a champ. And I mean, dude, it's hard to follow up with all these guys, you know, but I'm gonna just keep watching Bob Ross. I slap with people.
See now,
Yeah,
I
he's
kind of
like
want to watch that guy to go to work.
well, he make you want he make you want him to do well. You know, you want him to win now at this point. But you know, again, I gotta find out the rules. I gotta see what the fuck's going on with this sport. You know, I'm not gonna just watch the guy because he's fucking Hawaiian and he what like Bob Hoss. I hope the thing really is a spectacle. I want to see him slap the shit out of somebody. To be honest.
Well, he's huge. So obviously, yeah, I would think he would be able to inflict some damage.
You ever see these fucking ones where it's like 6-on-6 or whatever, MMA that they
Yeah,
have in
it's
like
so
in like
stupid.
the Eastern Bloc or whatever? But you know what's sad? You feel so bad for whichever team. Inevitably, one team just starts getting crumble, and then you start feeling so bad for the guys who's left because like they just get this shit kicked out. Fuck guys. I mean, it's like you feel bad, but at the same time, you're like, whoa. It's
I
almost
can't.
funny. It's funny, but it's bad. It's like watching somebody fall down or something. You like, you know, you're not supposed to laugh, but you at the same time, you're like, oh, come on.
I can watch that all
But
day.
you know, they signed up for it, but I don't know. It's funny to me. I can't tell what I think of that.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
don't
some
know.
of that, the team fighting, and I think it's a dumpster fire. I mean,
It
I
is
really do.
stupid, but it's still. Sometime I'm curious when I am curious when I do watch every once in a while. Porn.
All right, that makes sense. That
It's
makes
no
sense.
good. I know it's no good. Just like watching a shitty movie. Like, hey,
Right.
listen, I know this movie's not good for me, but I'm gonna watch anyway. Cara,
Oh, so Musio Cortez is asking, did you see the one where the girl fought the 600-pound guy? Did you see that?
Of course, I saw that one. And then like when he did something to her, like the other guy tried to fucking come in and kick his head off, and I'm like, well, what do you expect? You know, porn.
But who's putting on these freak show fights?
I got one word for you, Hasha. I'm serious. All that stuff is on
No, they
Hasha.
were.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
I tell
And
you,
even JLH is saying that. Yeah, Russia. They're all.
I'll tell you what I like better than any fight. I like better than the UFC. I like it better than the WWE. I like it better than anything. Give me a Russian press conference for a fight. It's the most exciting shit you're ever gonna see in your
You're right.
life.
You're right.
Because he might. Well, I saw one where these two guys was talking shit the other day, and then one dude hit him with us like a 7-piece combo. But it was like,
Pressure?
yeah, it was like, you know what I mean? Like heel quick, like, and only place I've seen shit like that is in heel life, where it's so fast and it's so like a street fight. You hear those, you know, those slaps of a heel fight, like you hear them cheeks smacking around and stuff, and then you saw the guy was like, ugh. I mean, something about that is like a cross between. It's heel fighters, but it's like an argument on the street corner. Something about that, I'm like, "Mwah," like more of that, whatever that is. You don't even need to put on the fights. Just have those. Just give me a video of nothing but those you know, weigh-ins or press conference, whatever the fuck that is. Stare
So
down.
you must love Hasbullah then.
By the way, this thing was plugging. I love it. Well, I have a love-hate relationship to Hasbullah. Because I can't decide who I'm if I'm Team Hasbullah or if I'm Team Abdul Hazak. And I told you before, Abdul has the voice of an angel, Karyn. But one stuff I gotta warn you, your Uncle Henach is gonna peace out of here like abruptly because his whatever something's wrong maybe with the the strip that's plugged into all this shit
Oh, is
because
your phone
also
gonna die?
my phone is not charging either, so something is happening in Denmark. So my phone make no mistake, my phone is going to die. It's like checking. They're going to
what's
check you, and then once it dies, I'm gone till
what's
next
that
week.
now?
I can't see because I just know that the thing just came on, you know, like where you have to get hit of that one, which is like your phone is dying, Karayu or whatever.
Somebody said Dustin Freeman's a circuit breaker. Go hit the circuit breaker. Well, Musio is saying that he likes Hasbullah, he thinks Hasbullah is more likable.
What? Then Abdul Hazak? Hazak, look at the smile and the hair and the outfits. He come. Listen, Hasbullah has been Yullah as far as I'm concerned. It's all about Abdul Hazak. Boy.
Okay.
I like how he wear the little. He look like a little chic sometimes, and then sometimes he have a little suit. He looks like a perfect little gentleman. And then Hasbullah always wear like a kufi, like he think he's like a 5% Nation of Islam. Karayu. He look like he's one of those educated brothers selling bean pie.
But isn't Hasbullah more tight with Khabib and the crew?
Yeah. What do I got to do with?
I'm just saying. I would.
Listen, Hasbullah was fight against our boy Dan Hangman. He was against. Okay, and Abdul, who had his back, Abdul Hazak. I'll never forget that.
I'm just very disturbed by the people picking up Hasbullah and Abdul, like picking them up like they're little toys.
I'll pick that ones up. I don't mind. I'm not squeamish.
The other night I was talking about this with Rashad, and he told me, because we were talking at the desk, we were sitting there, we were talking about Hasbullah, and he said that he had a friend who was a small person, a little person. He said when we go to the clubs, he's like, yeah, no, we pick him up and we carry him sometimes because he'll get hurt, or he'll get stuffed. And I'm like, dude, that's not cool. And he's like, oh no, it's great. We love taking him to the club because the girls all love him. Like, he's a chick magnet.
Yeah, it's an icebreaker. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I used to have a friend, and I would carry him. Instead of to carry him on my back, I used to carry him on my front like a koala, you know?
Like
and then you feed, yeah, like a kawach. And he come out like that. He go, Henash, open your mind. And then, you know what I do? I feed him alcohol. And then the girls, they love that one. They go, oh, carajo, these guys know how to party. And I'm like, yeah, you'll see. Porra,
Are you serious? Did you?
No, I'm kidding. But I wish I had that situation. If I did, I would have. Huh?
It's weird because he seems like a prop at that point, and then it's just weird because
I'm of two minds.
He was a child, and then I realized he wasn't a child.
I'm of two minds about this because yes, you have a point where we're turning him into a little kid, but then on the flip side of that, it's like at least you're getting him some pussy or whatever, or you're getting him some okay, if you just pretend that he's a normal guy and you go like this, oosh, okay, buddy, or whatever, he ain't gonna make no fucking money, and he's not, so it's like he's gotta choose. He wants the life where everybody's like, I respect you. And they speak loud to him like he's deaf or like he's stupid. They go, Hasbullah, you look incredible, Hasbullah. Oh, salam alaikum, my brother. Or you go, hey, Hasbullah, you want to go to some Hashim parties and get some punchang and drink alcohol and drive. Do a line? Yeah, you want to drive a Ferrari or Lamborghini, then get on my shoulders and stop fucking around. I mean, it is what it is. It's what do you want, porra? And I'm not mad at either choice. If I'm Hasbullah, I'm gonna. You can dress me up like what's that one? The puppet that I want. You can turn me into a ventriloquist dummy if I'm gonna be flying around on the jets and drinking champagne and all that fucking shit.
You would just sell out. So you would let yourself just be completely.
Why not? Because everybody gonna be chuckling behind my back anyway. All the people who is respecting me in the front, as soon as I'm not there and they in private private company, they're gonna be like, "Hey, look at Hanash. He look like a little piece of shit." Whatever they're saying. So they're gonna say it anyway. God, so fuck it.
No, I agree. I mean. You're right. I'm here for him to get paid. I'd rather him, make money than not make money.
Plus, another stuff about that guy, he get away with murder. Like, he get to walk up to these fucking fighters that no one can beat and smack the living shit up or give them a haymaker and Healy punch them in the fucking face. And then all they do is like, oh, Hasbullah, that you old Haskell. And he looked like fucking Spanky from the Little Haskell.
He does. He really does.
I mean, he's got it made as far as I'm concerned, Paul.
Well, somebody said something. Omega saying you can pimp Hasbullah.
I would. God, don't let me get a hold of Hasbullah.
Lucky Coast said they had Hasbullah in a mini roadster. Is that serious? Did they really?
I don't. I seen the kid
Little
doing all
go
kind of.
kart. Yeah, somebody else said
Yeah,
little go kart.
and he have exotic animal. I mean, God, all of us should live a fucking life like a Hasbullah. I just hope he get to enjoy the other parts of life, God.
Well, somebody did say something, and I hadn't even really considered this, that, obviously he has a condition, and they were like, yeah, he also may not be a long-lived guy. And I was like, oh, now you made me sad, like,
Well, that's true. It's like a Gary Coleman or whatever.
yeah,
But
yeah.
listen, I'm okay with. I mean, as long as no one's forcing them to do the shit that they're doing, I
Yeah,
say that's their choice. You know what I mean? And
you're right.
it's not like a jackass where they're getting shot out of a fucking cannon or something like that, or they're wearing a leprechaun suit or something like that. These guys is driving around in Ferrari and like hanging out with the Sultans and shit like that, and eating. They living out there. You know.
It could be a lot worse.
They at all the front hall at the fights and the fucking shows and all kind of shit.
Yeah, yeah. This is weird because I feel like I'm playing Russian roulette here. Like, I'm gonna ask you a question or something, and I'm just gonna get a black screen because your phone's gonna die. Like,
You're gonna get that, but you might as well. Hey, fuck it, strike while the notch is here.
well, just make sure you plug it in after, because we forgot to do a promo last week. We got to do a promo for the show to let
If
people
I knew
know.
how to plug it in after, I'd be plugging it in now.
So, well, but you said it was just. Well, I'm saying you have another outlet somewhere. I'm just saying you said the power. You think the power strip is.
Yeah,
You're right. It said one whole wall is out. Like, basically all the outlets.
no, but this fucking one is on, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. First, the cricket.
It could be a circuit breaker or the cricket.
It's an ex-girlfriend. You summon you invoke the name of these fucking these what do you call them? Siren. No, what is it? Even worse than that. These goblins. What's a female fucking god? Yeah, that's it. Succubus. The succubus. You bring up the fucking succubus and they suck the energy out of the fucking home and they put a cricket in the background. You can't bring up. That's a bad luck to bring up these fucking chicken head.
You're literally now the cricket ate your cricket wireless now.
I'm not surprised that the cricket did that. They hate me for my freedom.
They heard us talking shit about their cousins, the roaches.
Yeah, the Hodge. They say, I'll fix you, fucking Hanach. I'll make sure you never have a successful show again. But anyway, so go ahead. Okay, well, maybe it's time to, it's 1:20. I mean, we've been on an hour and 24 minutes. I think they got their money worth, which is $0, or except for the guy that gave us $5. That's enough to buy a foot long and to split that one between us.
I was gonna say that was all of my topics for the evening anyway.
Oh, why you have to hub it in? You put more light for yourself to hub in that you have the capability.
No, it's just that when I held up the white paper, it reset the camera. Watch.
Oh, okay. Got it. What can I do that then?
Balance. It's trying to white balance. Actually, yeah. Do you have any white paper? Maybe you would.
Hey, maybe I do. What if it did that?
Oh, you're right. It might reset as a white balance.
Well, it's not exactly.
Well, you gotta hold it up. You gotta hold it up to the camera more, and then it'll like.
That didn't do shit.
No.
You're trying to make me. You know what? You're trying to make fun at my expense, porra. You're gonna do like this. If your hand is bigger than you, and do one of those fucking things to me, I'm not gonna fall for that one.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
That is funny though. You're right. What was it? Can you tell him? Hey, is your?
They had a million of them. They say if your hand, check your pick. But it was, they say if your hand is bigger than your face, or one of those things, then you have blah blah blah, or this mean what? And you go, caralho, what that mean? Goish, and they fuck you up. And then you go, okay. And then you get revenge later, years later.
We've all fallen for that, though.
Yeah, I fell for that one, but revenge was a dish best served all because I took care of that one tenfold. I gave to them.
Did you ever give a wedgie like the ones you see where they like really lift the people up out of this?
Okay, so I did shit like that, but not to nerds. I did that kind of bullshit to like my own friends because we was useless to each other. You know, like in the way that jackass guys was like you just did awful shit to each other. But I wasn't the kind of guy who pick on a weakling and do that. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
But I've had a wedgies done, but just by your friend who catch you off guard. Not a lot. It was more, people do stupid stuff or wet willies or they hit you in the, when I hate, they hit you in the fucking nuts with like one of these, like, yeah, you go whack like that.
Check.
Yeah, you go, like you get a sick feeling in your stomach and you fucking, it take the wind out of your fucking sails, boy.
To be honest, I never understood what, and it's funny because obviously in the, Kenny Powers, we love talking about Eastbound and Down.
Yeah.
There was that great scene with Will Ferrell and Kenny Powers when he sees him and he keeps doing that.
Yeah.
I honestly like it just seems like a very weird thing to be like. Girls would never. I'd never just like.
I know.
Somebody. And it's just like I would never do that.
I know. I can't. I'm trying to. It's a legitimate question you're asking, and I'm trying to wrap my head around it because guys understand it, but I don't know why. I mean, all I can say is like it just. Why do you do that? It's like.
Is it like two dogs sniffing each other out?
No, you know what I think it is.
I don't get it.
It's almost like only guys know. There's nothing else on the human body that feel the same way. It's not even in the same ballpark of pain and sensation. It don't mean that there's not there's things that could happen that could be more painful, but the sensation of it is unlike you almost can't describe. It's like describing a color that don't exist, or it's like how would you describe a color to a fucking blind person that never seen colors? So to explain to someone without balls what it feel like to get hit in the fucking balls, I don't know what to compare it to. It's like this. It's a mix of stuff. I don't know. You feel sick. You feel it's not just regular pain like being stabbed or something. It didn't make no sense. Now, since we're the only ones that know, and you know how vulnerable you are, like I think it's because no matter how much muscles a guy have, no matter how chow he is, he got this one button on there that you go, yeah, I got you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like like you're hitting him in the only spot that you can't chuffing up. Right. It's like yeah, you think you chuff, motherfucker? I gotcha. Oh, you're so cool. Here's this. I think maybe that's what it is. Other than that, I just can't figure out why. I mean, that's the only.
Makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
It's like we know. Like, oh yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. How about this one, Pope? I mean.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can't go slap somebody's Achilles heel.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's not. I mean, I know this might seem like a typical macho answer or whatever, but it's not sexual. It's not like this. If someone was to say, "Oh no, it's secretly homoerotic," I really don't. I just don't. I really don't think that, because there's nothing pleasurable about having it done to you. Like I could understand if you're talking about grabbing somebody's ass or something like that, but there's nothing that feel good about getting your nuts hit. It's just awful,
Okay. Well, somebody is saying it's like Skater Die said it's almost like getting your air knocked out of you. Omega says we should have the now ultimate kick the balls championship. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So okay, I just thought of a way to somewhat, based on what he said about the air knocked out of you. Okay, so have you ever had the wind knocked out of you? Okay, imagine if I could touch your belly button like this. And you immediately had you immediately had the sensation just from this happening of the wind getting knocked out of you. It don't make sense for the amount you hit it. It don't make sense how intense, how it could make you feel like the wind got knocked out of you by getting hit like that. But
okay, so no, it's a perfect analogy because I hate having my belly button touched. Like I absolutely hate it. And it triggers me.
And there's something, there's something that's vulnerable about it. Yeah. Now I don't feel that way. I could literally poke this as hard as I want, and it don't bother me. But I've had girlfriends before that you can't even go. They have that sensation about the
No, I
belly
can't.
button.
I can't stand it.
Yeah.
And my daughter,
That's
used to do it to me
it's
as a
not just
kid.
you.
And she knows that if she wants to f with me, like she'll do that, and it sends me off.
Yeah.
I can't even deal. I don't know why.
Yeah. So the only thing I could say is like if I was to just go like this on your belly button, boop, you immediately just get incapacitated. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it shouldn't be that way, but it is.
Okay,
It makes there's nothing else on the human body that he act that way to being hit that light.
yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense though.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
It feel like, you know what I always think is, it feel like something that should have been like God should have forgot to put. It feel like, you know how the brain is so sensitive, it have a skull. It feel like it should have like true skull
Around the
because it's that fucking sensitive, but for some reason they just left it like that, where it's like, yeah, it would be like if your brain had no skull and someone was like, hey, two for flinching, McFly, or whatever, and you're like, ah, my brain, porra. You understand? And then everybody said, why are you being such a baby? Ow, he hit me in my fucking brain. I mean, that's the only thing I could say. I don't know what else to say about that one.
It is your brain, let's be honest.
Sometime. It is responsible for a lot of decisions.
It's your brain.
God,
It's
I
your
know.
brain. But yeah, you're right. On that note, we can wrap it up, but we should let people know that yeah, this is episode 26 we did tonight. We had Khalil Roundtree on. We had a really great conversation with him. But people can go to festivities.com and find all of the shows and all of the after parties. They can look on your Instagram because you have a lot of very good selected clips over there.
I do, porra. Oh, I got a lot of them. I got all the good stuff. And one day I'm gonna trademark all that ones, then you can't use that ones. I'm gonna make it so only I can use that ones. I'm gonna put the paperwork if you're not careful.
Okay, all right. I know how you are with lawyers and legals.
Yeah. I'm used Jacoby and Maya. And H Block is my accountant. Got on you.
Okay.
Okay,
But yes,
everybody.
thank you everybody for joining us. And yeah, we will see you next time. Like I said, the interview that we did with Khalil is on my Instagram right now, but I will put it up here on YouTube and on festivities.com tomorrow. And Renato, where can everybody find you on social media?
Funny you should ask. It's Renato_Laranja. And that you go on there, that's mainly I'm most active on Instagram. And then the other ones, whatever, I let that to disperse on the other ones. But the hub, the nerve center of the Hanach operation is on Instagram.
Okay. Over on Instagram, I'm KBheat. Everywhere else here and over on Twitter at Karyn Bryant, Karyn. Bryant as in Kobe, no relation, but may he rest in peace. So thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, we'll be back at it next Tuesday. Reaching out to a big superstar fighter. Hopefully he can do it. A little bit of a time difference, but hopefully we'll be able to work it out. But nevertheless, we'll be back with something good.
Of course. Expect nothing but the best, porra. Okay,
That's
until
right.
next time, everybody. I'll see you next week, porra. Ciao.
Bye, everybody. See ya.